Welcome to episode 179 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm Ryan Walton. Today I'm joined by Dan Reamer.
Just Dan Reamer.
We got an empty chair on the other side.
We do. We do.
A vacant seat.
Oh, boy's at a wedding in some other city or something.
Some other state even, maybe.
State, possibly.
Yeah. Couldn't be bothered to postpone the wedding to be on this podcast.
Priorities, bro.
Yeah. Not
Priorities.
his wedding, we should note.
Right. Still, even if it was his wedding, priorities, bro.
Right. Maybe shoot a text to the groom, tell him you got a thing.
Look, we're going to have to push this back a day. Because that'll go over well. It's a good way to start your marriage.
Yeah, did something happen? Well, I got a podcast that I do.
Mm-hmm.
For a bunch of fantastic people out there.
And I can't be bothered to cancel that on account of you, love of my life.
Right. I mean, that seems right to me.
Right? Hey, I mean, I understand it.
A marriage is like a foundation, or like a house, and the wedding is like your foundation. So I feel like you want to be real right up front. I'm going to let you down a lot.
I disagree with you. I don't think that marriage itself is a foundation.
Well,
marriage is like the paint and the shutters and
like the act
like
of like becoming like a married couple. Maybe not the wedding itself.
Well, like the actual like
because you're just renting up until that point.
A married couple, the foundation is the wedding of marriage.
Yeah.
Of like the act of marriage, I guess. Not being married, but the act of marriage.
Well, like being married. That's the beginning of everything. Because up until that point, you could just leave.
Well, I mean, that's true.
You don't have to work on anything.
I still don't think I'd call it the foundation. That's not really a foundation. It's window dressing.
Like, you're just in an apartment up until then. There is no house.
Not true.
Yeah, because you could just go.
Yeah, I could just go now.
If you own a house, you can't just go. There's lots of paperwork involved in not being there anymore.
No one says you have to sign it. It all depends on your choices.
Not if you buy.
Like, if I need to, if I had to, if I wanted to, I could just walk away right now. I could just move to fucking Washington State. Just write everything off.
Yeah, but there's still paperwork involved for somebody.
Not me.
Could be.
No.
They find you.
Well, that's more fingerprinting then.
They'll find a little guy called Magnum P.I. and have him come look for you.
Magnum's gonna come get me?
Yeah.
Maybe I'd rather it was Turner and Hooch.
You think Hooch's still alive?
No. Nah, dude, it's been 25 years.
I mean, maybe he had a good run.
Nah.
Maybe he's a puppy in the movie, and then he had a good run. That's a good movie. Sad movie.
It was a sad movie.
Good movie, though.
And a good movie. One of Tom Hanks' finest.
Tom Hanks has had some good movies. He's had some real shit movies, too.
He has. I don't like a lot of his newer stuff. His older stuff is what I like Splash, Bachelor Party,
Big.
Turner and Hooch, Big. Yeah, those were...
liked,
then he had Forrest Gump and started to kind of...
Yeah, Forrest Gump was...
drop off.
Well, he peaked right then. I like Castaway a lot, too, though. And I really liked him in Catch Me If You Can.
Well, Castaway is good, but it's... To me, it wasn't a Tom Hanks movie. It was a good movie, don't get me wrong, but that's not the Tom Hanks I like. You know, that's not the Tom Hanks I fell in love with growing up.
But I think he did well in it.
He did well in it, yeah. Yeah, I understand that.
Those movies are tough, those solo movies.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Those I Am Legend type movies.
Which is another movie I thought was pretty good.
I didn't like that one.
That a lot of people didn't like.
Yeah, I didn't like that one as much.
I didn't think it was a horrible movie.
Sad movie also.
Yes, the dog.
The dog. Whoa.
Yeah, I don't care how many people you kill in a movie. Don't kill the dog.
Yeah. I mean, I think if we didn't learn anything from John Wick, we should have learned that.
Right.
You don't kill the dog.
Don't kill the dog.
Dude, that tore me up in John Wick.
Oh, I know.
Because that wasn't just a dog.
No, that was his...
That was his wife.
That was his hope. That was
right.
his
That was
hope.
all he had left.
That was the hope for the rest of his life to carry on and get through this.
Like, you watch some movies and you're like... I mean, it's kind of silly. You watch that movie and you're like, I get it.
And it's like...
Like, I totally get where he's at right now.
And that's another reason John Wick was so good, because his wife isn't in the movie, like, brief snippets. Probably 8 seconds.
Right.
Maybe 12. But that movie gives you a complete and total understanding of her character and just those moments and the things that she set up for afterwards. You completely, and because of that, you completely believe that John Wick is going to go on the rampage for killing that dog.
Yeah, like that's what, like
You know?
I get it. I get it. It totally makes sense. I watch a lot of movies where someone gets abducted and I'm like, oh, come on, really? But I watch that movie and I'm like, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's right. He's going to go kill 275 people.
I'm not that capable, but I would have tried also.
Yep.
Because at that point, what else is there?
Yeah, it would have been a much shorter movie if it was me.
Yeah. I would have like maybe stabbed a guy and then everybody else would have killed me.
Yeah.
That movie was real good.
Real good. It was amazing.
Good. I love when the cop shows up at the door.
Oh, yeah.
Everything good?
Oh, yeah, you back?
Yeah.
I'm just taking care of some things.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And I like to believe that in real life that like those relationships actually exist between law enforcement and assassins.
Right. Back in business, or
you know?
All right. Yeah, that was if you haven't seen John Wick, we ruined most of it, but go watch it.
Yeah.
It's not a plot kind of movie. It's not a storyline.
Oh no, there is a storyline. It is. It's kill everyone because they killed my dog. That's the storyline.
The story's just not important in that movie. I mean, it is, but it's knowing it ahead of time won't make that movie less exciting.
It's such good action scenes too. Of course, it was directed by stuntmen, so it kind of makes sense that the action scenes would be very good.
One of the most action-driven actors.
Who?
In the game.
What? Well, he wasn't for a long time until The Matrix.
Then he turned into a badass.
Yeah, and then he started learning what is it, martial arts, and
he builds motorcycles, you know that?
He does build motorcycles.
Yeah.
He studies martial arts. He's a man of all seasons.
He's somebody who I think has like gotten better with time.
Yeah, I think you have to be careful. I think you have to be sure to pick. He's got to be careful to pick the roles that fit who he is.
Instead of the Nick Cage approach, which is being everything that's offered.
Right.
Although that's valid too. Like if you're just trying to cash checks, I get it.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
I'm pretty sure that we could write a movie, send it to Nick Cage, and if we could pay him, he'd be in it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he really gives a shit.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like, if he can film it over 3 weeks and be able to drive home at night, he's cool. But I think there's a place for people like that, too.
True. I'm not sure.
Takes all kinds.
The problem is I think... Here's the problem with it, okay? The problem... I think that if you're going to do that, you have to come out of the gate doing that. I don't think you can, like... pick your movies, and then all of a sudden decide, oh, no, I'm just going to do everything. I think you either come out of the gate doing everything and being, okay, this is the actor I am going to be. I am going to be in 4,000 movies a year, and about maybe 1 or 2 of them will be any good.
Yeah, but it might be tough to get in all those roles if you don't come out and be selective and get some big ones. Because now people just want the name.
Yeah, but, right. But he was a Coppola, so
right.
He already had the name. He's Francis Ford Coppola's nephew or cousin or something. So he already had the name.
I saw a picture of that dude.
Who, Nick?
The other day wearing like a baby blue suit, just out like doing things.
Who, Nick Cage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
I was like, what the fuck is he wearing?
Whereas Keanu always dresses like super cool.
Well, he dresses like a normal
like
human.
Like super chill, laid back.
Yeah.
You know, which when you think of, that's who you... That's who you think Keanu Reeves is. You think he's a super cool, chill, laid-back guy.
Yeah, but when you like The Matrix, that's not who I would have cast for that.
Well, they wanted to give it to Will Smith, but he turned it down.
And same thing for like John Wick. That's probably not who I would have cast for that. But he's so good in it.
He did such a great job in it, though.
Speed, though, seems like his kind of movie.
See, Speed is one of my least favorite Keanu movies.
What about Chain Reaction?
Chain Reaction was not horrible, but it was not great.
It was not great. That's if I reviewed movies, that's what it would have said. Not great.
Not horrible, not great.
Not a pile of shit,
thing.
But not
Here's
great.
the thing about movies is that, I realize that there are movies that are horrible out there, but I love movies. And I have never watched a movie that was horrible. I've watched movies that aren't as good as other movies. I've watched movies that are really not as good as other movies. But I've never seen a movie that I walked away from and said, oh, I need my money back. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I guess I'm not a big movie guy and I don't watch many, but I've never been felt like I've been wronged by something.
See, I watched tons of movies.
Like, I've never been so upset that I was just, like you said, I wanted my money back, or I felt wronged by someone for having watched this steaming pile of shit.
But I've always had an immense amount of respect for anyone who can create entertainment for others.
Yeah, because whether it's good or bad, that it was still a lot of work and it was
hard. There was an effort and work that went into it, and even if they were just doing it to cash a check, it still takes effort and work. You know what I mean?
So with video games, though, you do hear people talk about what a flaming garbage truck some games are.
Yeah, I don't think we do much.
We don't, but you hear it a lot.
You do hear it a lot, yes.
And I don't hear it as much with movies. I feel like most people are like, it wasn't good, or I didn't like it. But with video games, people just tear it down.
Yeah, or the worst movie ever made, or that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they tear video games apart.
Yeah,
broken, it's garbage. You shouldn't waste your time. I'm like, wow, 20 people worked for 2 years on this thing.
Yeah. And I feel like that probably has something more to do with the interactivity of video games than movies.
And maybe the audience also.
Because in a certain sense, the gamers are involved in that process through the act of playing. So they're involved in that creative process in a sense. Not in actually creating the game, but by interacting with it once it's out, they are involved in that process.
And with Kickstarter and everything being around, people feel more entitled.
Yes, they do.
Because they kick $10 that they feel like they get a say in how something ends up, or you want to really voice your opinion when it doesn't end up like you thought because you paid for it. But that's really not how it works.
Exactly. You're helping them get their vision out, not yours.
Right. It really doesn't have much to do with you.
Right. Other than thanks for your $10.
Yep. And the way I look at things like Kickstarter and Twig, and you're getting whatever your tier supplies you. That's what you're paying for.
Yes. Exactly.
So if $35 gets you a T-shirt, that's what you're paying for. That's what your $35 is for. If you have other expectations, that's on you.
Yep, I agree totally.
Because they're offering you what you're getting.
Mm-hmm. They've been upfront about what you're getting. You give us this much money, this is what you get. Nowhere does it say a say in our creative process. So, I agree. But yeah, I just think. Well, also, movies span a much larger demographic than video games. That's not so much as it used to be, but to a certain point, video games are still for a bit of a younger crowd, and they haven't really been through the ups and downs of life yet. So, yeah, they're still entitled. They still feel that sense of entitlement. Eventually they're going to realize the world really doesn't give a fuck about you. The only one who gives a fuck about you is you. So do your thing and go about your business and make your choices. But, so I think that's probably got something to do with it. Movies and television shows, books, whatever, those span a much larger range of people. So, and most of those people are to the point where they understand how the world works. They've gotten to a point where they've kind of figured it out. And, gamers not so much. And when I'm saying younger, I'm talking, the 15 to 30 range.
I'll just close this by saying don't be a shithead.
That's right.
People worked hard and long hours away from their family and their friends to make those things. So if you don't like it, you don't like it, but don't be a shithead about it.
Right. Respect.
It's fine to say you didn't enjoy something.
And you don't have to necessarily respect that final product, but respect the people that put the work into it, and respect the work, the creative process itself.
Sure, I think it's fine to be like, I don't like a game, but I don't think it's fine to be like, hey, you should shove your dick in a blender and hit the pulse button.
Right.
Just because you didn't like something.
Because out of that, maybe it was a really crappy game, but they may have learned something in that creative process. All failure is the ability to learn.
I don't think most people set out to make a bad game. You know?
No, not at all. I mean,
like it's one of those things that happens, and I'm sure they're aware as things are going along. It's not what they wanted it to be. But, just remember, like, they all started from a really good place trying to make something special for the people who play games.
Sometimes they were a little overambitious for themselves or that kind of thing. The process, at least respect that creative process. You don't have to necessarily like or respect the final product. Respect the process that went into making it.
Unless the final product is Farming Simulator 2016. Then you should respect it and like it.
Uh-huh. I've heard that. That's why you haven't played it in a month and a half.
So listen, though, there's some competition coming. Professional Farmer 17 coming.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's not just it's starting to be a free-for-all with the farming sims.
I didn't realize that was a demographic you could split like that.
Apparently it is. Pro Farmer 17 coming. And then, of course, Farming Simulator 2017 coming later this year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty big year if you're into agriculture.
I don't know. I'm putting my money on Farming Simulator just because they've got a leg up because they've been doing this long.
Oh yeah, I watched the video for this Pro Farming Simulator 2017.
What the fuck is professional farming? That's not even a thing.
I definitely placed my bet on Farming Simulator 2017 though. After watching the trailer, I'm like, nope. I mean, I like there's a little competition in the space that's going to push Farming Simulator.
Uh-huh.
Competition breeds innovation. I'm fine with it. But, yeah, it's a big year for the farmers out there.
For the farming games out there.
So, this is going to be a pretty leaky episode. A lot of stuff coming out pre-E3. And by the time you hear this, there will be press conferences that have already been had.
Yep.
Understand we're recording this Sunday morning before anything started. So we're just going to talk about what's out there, what we know about.
We're just going to talk about some of the rumors and stuff that we've heard. We did our predictions last week. That was something completely different than what we're doing this week. This week we're just going to quickly touch over some of the different rumors we've heard or not heard.
Right. I think a lot of what we're going to talk about is just trailers being leaked.
Yeah, just trailers that came out that we've seen. A lot of a lot of developers and publishers have put out leaks to kind of get a jump on E3.
If you can't get on the stage and you don't want to be overshadowed by what's coming, it totally makes sense.
Right.
So, some leaks are on purpose. Some are just straight up announcements.
Some are.
And some are actual leaks.
Some are strictly there to say, hey, pay attention to us at E3, because here's one of the things we're going to show. It's a marketing ploy.
So the first story is that we're going to spend a little time on. Some of these others we may go kind of quick on, but Sony has confirmed that the more powerful PS4 is in development, but it won't be at E3.
Not coming.
And this is something that I think, we talked about on our prediction show. If you haven't listened to that, go back to last week's episode, 178. But we all kind of expected it to be there in some shape, form, or, fashion.
We did, but they just went ahead and made a pre-announcement before E3. It's coming out. We'll let you know when.
It is codenamed Neo inside of PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew House talked about it a little bit. He did not confirm a release date or a price, only that it would cost more than the base PlayStation 4.
Yes.
And that both versions will sell through the life cycle.
Yep.
So they have no plans of getting rid of what we now know and love as the PlayStation 4.
Right.
So he was talking to Financial Times during this. He also went on. Go ahead.
It's important. One thing I think is very important to keep in mind by that. When he said that the PS4 Neo, whatever, is going to be more than the current PS4. However, I think it's important to note what wasn't said. it's very possible that by the time the Neo comes out, you're going to see another PS4 price drop, and the 4K or the Neo is going to drop right in down to the current price. That would be my prediction for that.
Yeah, I think that's probably more likely. I mean, I don't see them going higher, and I think this is the case of somebody giving no information and everybody wanting to write a story about it.
Yeah.
You know, to say it's going to cost more than what the other one is going to cost is pretty common sense. They're not going to sell the more powerful one than cheaper than the one that's out there.
Right.
That wouldn't make any sense.
That would make no sense at all.
Yeah. So the unexpected part of this story is that Andrew House also said the Neo will not be unveiled at E3. Sony is looking to ensure it has a full range of the best experiences on the new system that it can showcase in their entirety. So I don't know if it's that they're not ready or that BS he just said there, or if they just don't want to confuse the audience. This also seems like more of a PlayStation Experience announcement to me because it is for the PlayStation hardcore. It's not for your everyday guy out there.
Right. I think it's I think a lot of this news is going to come out to the casual gamers. They're all going to see it at some point. They spend time on the internet. They're going to see this stuff. It might not be... It does surprise me, but I think I kind of understand it. Even though it's not the case, a lot of the people that don't really pay attention to this kind of thing, that just, skim to see what happened at E3, by getting word of this, they would almost feel they had the vanilla system and maybe be let down by or be upset and just be like, oh, well, look what Sony's doing. When they don't really understand, they haven't really taken the time to dig in and do the research. So I think it's probably actually not a bad idea. Another thing this does is, and it could work out either way, and we'll probably talk about it here in a little bit. But it'll be interesting to see what Microsoft does with this information because they have a new system coming out too.
Of course, this may push the timeline everyone was expecting it to launch us, beside VR.
Right.
But it's, I don't know that that'll happen if they aren't talking about it now. It could just be that they want to control the message because with something like E3, you have every, your USA Today and your Times, everyone's writing about E3, even though they don't, maybe they don't have a video game audience. They're writing about E3.
Right.
So it may just be their way of controlling the message by either announcing it on their blog or waiting to PSX where you don't have the coverage you have at an E3.
Right.
So that, like you were saying, the grandmothers don't read about it and the moms and the dads. It's
exactly.
just the people that they want to get the message to, and then they'll let word of mouth spread what it actually is. I don't know, but I am kind of shocked that they're not going to at least mention it. Well, I think it's a fine idea to not, but I'm shocked that they're not going to make mention of it because I have to think hardware sales right now are pretty stagnant. I mean, I want to buy another one and I'm still waiting.
Right, and I understand that.
I'm shocked that they're not trying to give people a timeline so you kind of can make an informed decision on whether or not to wait.
Well, that may not be something they want. They may want you to spend your money.
Yeah, but I'm going to wait, so let me know if I should or not. So in May, if they would just come out and said, "Hey, look, this thing isn't coming out till late 2017," I would have bought the Uncharted PS4.
Okay, I got you.
Because I don't want to wait that long to get another one. So they.
Yeah, I think, and I understand that point, but you're also a hardcore Sony guy. I think the fact that they're not bringing it up is more a testament, or I'm not a testament if that's the right word, but. It's aimed more for those more casual people. Because let's face it, there are a lot more casual people out there than there are hardcore Sony fanboys like yourself. You guys, the hardcore guys like you are the ones who consistently spend their money, but they need the casual audience to survive, and they really do need to. I really do feel it's geared more to not to put them on edge and to keep them spending money.
Yeah, I just think this is a message you want to control all the way through, and not saying anything. I just don't know if that's the right move.
Well, for you, it's definitely not.
Especially if I think it's more of a mistake if you have Microsoft come out and show off their Scorpio.
Well, I think it's also important to know PlayStation Experiences It's coming up.
I mean, it's December.
Right. Oh, is it that far away?
Yeah.
I don't see him. I don't know. Another thing they might be doing is it could just be a calculated move to see how people react to Microsoft's.
And I guess they could show it at TGS, but, they haven't been as involved there. I don't know.
But they may be seeing if Microsoft is going to test those waters first and then come out with their message. Kind of like they did when they announced the new consoles the first time.
Yeah, I just think if you wait for them to go and then Tuesday you come out on your on PlayStation blog and you're like, hey, check out the Neo, I just think it'll get overshadowed. It needs a stage, but I don't know where it needs a stage or when.
Yeah, but they might not be as concerned with that because they're so far in the lead already.
Could be. I mean, you can see that change. It took the entire life cycle, but PS3 finally caught up to Xbox 360.
Right.
So, all right, let's talk about what we've seen so far. This leaky week. That's what we should call this.
Yeah?
Leaky week.
That's what we're calling it? Leaky week?
I mean, that's what the week before E3 is.
Leaky week.
Leaky week. Star Trek is getting a VR bridge simulator. What does that do for you?
Not a fucking thing.
Okay. Well, you could be right there taking care of things from the bridge.
And it's important to note that he's talking Star Trek.
Yep, Star Trek. I said Star Trek, right?
No.
I'm pretty sure I said Star Trek is getting a VR bridge simulator.
Oh, maybe you did.
I think you weren't listening to me.
All I got was... No, I was not that I was listening. It's not that I wasn't listening. I was
You weren't
pulling up the
listening to
article.
me.
I was pulling up the article. I was involved in business here.
Business.
Business.
I'm only going to check that game out if I can play as number 2. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is probably not going to be great. Ubisoft is publishing the game. It looks like Red Storm Entertainment is developing it.
It's important to note that that was a company developed by Tom Clancy, so maybe something in those veins. I don't know. I don't know.
Stealth bridge action.
Okay, Tom Clancy is not all stealth. Come on.
That's it. That's all stealth.
I'm not having this discussion with you anymore. You're being ridiculous. I don't have time for this.
Sorry, I went all Tom Clancy stealth on you.
Yeah, that's not all he does.
Okay. He
Okay,
doesn't do anything now.
Yeah. I understand that. His companies do that. Okay, Injustice 2 gets its first gameplay trailer. Mortal Kombat studio NetherRealm Studios, they're back with more of your favorite superheroes punching each other in the face. Because, let's face it, there's never enough of that. They're really on a roll following the successful Mortal Kombat X. And they've got Injustice 2 coming out. They haven't said when it's coming out, but they did leak a couple trailers. They've got some new characters. Atrocitus, Black Manta, Supergirl, who it's important to note looks like the Supergirl from the TV show. I thought that was cool. It's going to be something that has to do with armor. It's going to be more Injustice. It looks phenomenal. It looks good graphically. Check them out if you're interested in more of that.
Yeah, they showed the announcement trailer, which is all CG, and of course it looks cool. And then they showed off the gameplay. It looks like Injustice.
It looks like Injustice.
If you enjoyed Injustice or you're a fan of fighting games, I mean, you'll probably be fine.
Exactly.
If you're wondering if this is for you, it's probably not, but you can go pick up the first one for like super cheap.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Yeah, if you're not sure if this is a game you want to play, you probably don't.
Rocket League announced Neo Tokyo. Psyonix, the developer of Rocket League, showed off a new stadium that is free.
That makes you wet, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. They also showed off 2 new cars that are coming in. They showed off 2 old cars, or didn't show them off, but they announced two super acrobatic rocket-powered battle cars that will be remastered and brought forward. So the easiest, quickest way to get those 4 cars is to buy the physical edition, which they deem the collector's edition, which is getting ready to launch. So the arenas don't really matter to me in Rocket League.
Right.
I mean, they do, but they don't. But the new cars, that's a big deal to me.
It always is.
Because the arenas are what they are. You don't they show this one. It's got all kinds of moving signs and giant towering buildings and stuff. That's cool, but you don't interact with any of that stuff.
Right.
It's just behind the bubble.
It's just a background.
Yeah. So I mean, while it's cool, it's like sure. But the cars, that gets my blood going.
Always. I
my
know.
balls swelling.
I know. It happens to you.
So they weren't going to be at E3, but that's an announcement that came here on Leaky Week.
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought I'd throw that out there.
On Leaky Week.
Yeah.
7 Days to Die gets a launch trailer. After 3 years in early access on PC, 7 Days to Die is officially launching.
Here's what I'll say about this game. It looks like a game that
was made 3 years ago.
Yeah. It looks like something I should love, with the building and the resource collecting and the gathering. I mean, you're building your fort, to try to stay alive through the night, and you're putting spikes down, and you're building, which is my thing. But this looks like a game that is, 5 years old at this point.
Right.
And like it needs a lot of work before I want to play it.
Maybe a little bit of polish.
Yeah, it's like if Walking Dead and Minecraft had a baby, that's what this looks like.
Yeah.
But kind of like those two had a baby. Like, it doesn't look great, it doesn't look bad, it's not charming like Minecraft, but it's
like they actually had a real baby.
Yeah, like if they banged it out and that's the baby.
Popped the real one out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's not for me. Next up, Destiny Rise of Iron. It's going to be $30. It'll be here in September, and it will not be on Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3.
Looks good.
It does.
Looks like more Destiny.
Destiny fanatics are going to love it. It's a new raid, region, and more. I'm sure they're going to have new weapons.
The Gallarhorn is back.
The Gallarhorn is back.
In black.
It is now the Iron Gallarhorn.
Right. So people like that.
People do like that because they love themselves some Gallarhorn.
Yeah, I guess so. You can never go back, I think is what I hear, though. People are going to be let down with it, I feel like.
With the Gallarhorn?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it'll be nerfed so it's not quite as powerful as it once was.
Never go back. It will have a new raid region and like 8 million other things, like a new social area. But yeah, it looks good. It looks like more Destiny. If you're into Destiny, you're probably half-mast right now. So,
right. If not full-mast.
Yeah, Cliffy B and Boss Studios will show off Lawbreakers, his new shooter, at the PC Gaming Show, the one E3
Yeah.
that I probably won't watch.
Yeah, the PC stuff?
The PC Gaming Show, yeah, I don't really have much of a desire to watch that. That's
But-
that's the one keynote I'll probably skip, but it does look like Cliffy B and his new game are going to be there. So
Yep. LEGO Dimensions is finally getting some new adventures.
ooh, shit looks good too.
I know. Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment is bringing new characters and properties into its LEGO Dimensions game. That's going to include Sonic the Hedgehog, the 2016 Ghostbusters, and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them from the Harry Potter universe.
So I pulled this story. No offense to the article writer, but if you watch this trailer, he missed some shout outs here.
He did.
There's Gremlins in this trailer.
There's Goonies in this trailer.
There's Goonies in this trailer. There's
Gooners?
Gooners, yeah. There's E.T. in this trailer.
Yep.
I'm not saying the ones he called out. There's Adventure Time in this trailer.
There's Adventure Time.
Yeah, I'm not saying the ones he called out aren't good, but you're skipping some stuff here.
Who doesn't want to play as Sloth in Legoland?
He looks real good too.
I know he does. He looks
real
amazing.
good.
He's got his Superman shirt on.
I know when it cuts to if you haven't seen the trailer, like cuts to the Superman logo, and you're like, great, more Superman.
But then it backs off and it's hey, you guys!
Yeah.
So good!
There's Gollum in this trailer.
Gollum is in the trailer.
Yeah. There's Sonic the Hedgehog, which you covered, but I mean, this is the way I wanted them to do Lego Dimensions.
With all your favorite
just keep bringing it out. Like, I don't need a new Lego Dimensions every year. Just keep bringing the stuff out.
Yep.
Like, this is the way these games should work, in my opinion. Like, don't make a new game every year. Just support the shit out of the one that you have already made.
Yeah, I agree with that.
New levels, new characters. And, Lego does it better than most because they're already kind of set up that way. But, just the ability to play with any character in any setting, just like you would really play with Legos in your house. So, they showed Doctor Who step out in Adventure Time and get launched into the air. Like, that's perfect. and Gollum's about to grab the ring, and Sonic shoots by and grabs it.
Because Sonic likes rings, you get the joke?
Yeah, that's why it's funny, right? That's the kind of humor I expect in my Lego. Not hard-hitting, like, thought-provoking pieces. The game looks good.
It does look good. It kind of makes you want to get the
Gizmo gets the water splashed. He's like, "Oh no, water!
Oh no!"
I love what they're doing there. I just think I see the existing sets marked down, price cut like everywhere.
Oh yeah, they're bad.
So I don't know if
so many of them.
Yeah, I don't know if they overproduced or if people aren't buying them or I hope that game can find at least an audience enough that they'll continue to support it like this though. I'd pretty much checked out and said I wasn't going to buy anymore. But this trailer got me excited.
Good.
EA details the lineup for its play event. So that event is actually this afternoon. But they're going to be showing off Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2, FIFA 17, Madden 17, NHL 17, Bejeweled Stars, and Madden NFL Mobile.
Not the
lineup you were thinking of?
It's not stellar. Battlefield and Titanfall. Maybe the other ones. I mean, come on, people know what they're getting with that.
Bejeweled Stars.
Stop it.
Stars.
However, it should be noted it is promising to at least talk about games beyond its 2016 releases.
Right. Do you think? So this is the EA Play thing, the thing that's like you can show up and do.
Yeah.
So don't think this is all they're ever going to talk about. This is just the things you can show up and be a part of.
Right.
What if Bejeweled Stars is just like Bejeweled, but you're matching celebrities' faces? Bejeweled Stars.
It's probably still not for me. I'm just saying. And
Bejeweled.
I feel like EA's not going to spend that kind of money to get the rights to the likeness. So
Bejeweled got
probably
screwed
not what you're getting.
Because people are always like, "Oh, that's like Candy Crush."
Yes, and
no
Bejeweled
motherfucker
was around first.
It's like Bejeweled.
Candy Crush is like Bejeweled.
Right, but Candy Crush became the thing. People crushed the shit out of that candy long enough that it became the thing.
It's true. Ubisoft shows off Watch Dogs 2. The game is coming November 15th to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. And they did show a few trailers for it. Looks like Watch Dogs. It's important to note that they have... Ubisoft spokesman did say that when they were developing Watch Dogs 2, they didn't just pick apart what people had to say about it. They listened to everything. So...
Which I think is a statement we made last week.
Yes.
That they would come out, say they listen to everything, and look at the new Watch Dogs.
Yep, and...
So we talked about how they would show Watch Dogs without it being up there for 45 minutes. It appears they're going to do that by giving you 45 minutes up front. Mm-hmm. And now they'll probably just show gameplay at E3.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
There's like a 16-minute video that you can watch where they kind of just talk about Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2 and the character and the city and the...
Yeah, I think there's 3 of them out right now. There's 2 shorter ones where it's got a cinematic reveal trailer, the world premiere announcement, and then there's a longer one that I think is an introduction to the character.
So that longer one has
more about
everything in it.
Yeah.
So they're breaking them apart. That long video though contains everything. If you can give it the 20 minutes that it needs to watch it, you'll have a pretty good understanding of what that game is.
Mm-hmm. And if it's for you or not.
Which it's... Look, people got butthurt about Watch Dogs.
They did.
But before you give up on Watch Dogs 2, just remember the jump from Assassin's Creed to Assassin's Creed 2.
Right. It was huge. Assassin's Creed 2 is one of the most perfect video games ever developed, ever made.
So, there's a chance. This looks like Watch Dogs. So I watched this video and immediately I'm a little turned off because a lot of the things I didn't like in Watch Dogs are going to be here because there's a lot of stealth. It's like a Tom Clancy game. Mm-hmm. And...
So would you stop?
And I don't like to sneak.
No, you don't.
I like a game that lets you sneak but also lets you fuck shit up. And this looks like a game that you won't be able to play if you're that running gun style.
Possibly.
That's what's so good about Uncharted. Like, you could sneak through that entire game, or you could also just put a bullet between somebody's eyes. Mm-hmm. And obviously, I went for the latter every time.
See, I don't think that Watch Dogs looks as bad. Watch Dogs 2 looks as
A lot of crouching, a lot of flashlights, a lot of hiding.
Yeah. But I wasn't one of the ones that was butthurt by the first one because when I got the first one, I had no expectations. Yeah, I'd heard about it. I remember them talking about it, but I went into it without any expectations, and I didn't think it was horrible. Was it great? Was it stellar? No, but it was not a bad game, and I had a good amount of fun with it. So I'm kind of looking forward to Watch Dogs 2.
I mean, I didn't spend much time with the first one.
You played like 10 minutes.
I mean, it was no,
maybe 30.
Yeah,
okay,
enough to know that the fucking driving wasn't very good.
Trust me, 10 minutes or 30 minutes in that game is not any difference.
So I played. You go back to the house. You get in the house. That's your home base. I mean, I played that long.
Go see your sister, who looks just like a. Fuck, I can't remember now.
I mean, I played the game long enough to understand what the game was. I played some weird, like, cups game on the street.
Mm-hmm.
With a street vendor, we'll call him.
Yes.
Also known as a con artist.
Mm-hmm.
The driving wasn't good. You just smashing and shit and didn't look good. Clunky. I used to blow up all the time on these grates on the ground.
That's because you didn't flip them down.
Game was bullshit. The hype was strong on that game.
Just because you couldn't wrap your head around how it worked does not mean...
The hype... No, it wasn't me. It wasn't just me. I'm not the only guy feeling this way.
That's true. I did not, though.
This game disappointed a lot. I mean, I'll stick by a game that people don't like. I love The Order.
Yeah, I do too.
People don't like it.
I was actually going through my library the other day, and I almost was like, I might play that again.
You should.
I kind of want to play it again.
You know what I'm going to play that I haven't played in a while? Grand Theft Auto. They got a big badass update coming where you can be this like the CEO of like a shady ass company.
Yeah, I know.
You get an assistant. You get a helipad. You work your way up, and you get people working for you. You earn money, but the bigger you get, the more attraction that the other gangs, like the more attention you get from them.
Right.
So you got to watch out. You got to manage. You can steal cargo and store it in warehouses and stuff, but people can rob it from you. It just seems real fucking good. They continue to support the shit out of that game.
Yeah, they do. Activision is doing a Call of Duty XP fan event in September. They won't have a booth at E3, but you won't miss it because it's going to do its own thing in September.
Great. Call of Duty fan event.
So I needed... Are there any left? I thought they didn't like the new trailer.
Well, I don't know. It could just be trolls. The internet's full of shitheads. People will buy it still. True. I think that was more about everyone voting negative on Call of Duty and everyone voting positive on Battlefield. But people vote with their wallets. That's what Activision cares about.
True.
You could give them 1 million thumbs down because that means 1 million people watched it.
True.
So, at the end of the day, if everyone goes and watches it because they're so disappointed, they don't really care as long as you buy the game. Alan Wake developer working on 2 new games, neither of which is Alan Wake.
Right.
Which is a weird way to write this article, right?
That's all we know.
Remedy Entertainment just made Quantum Break for Xbox One. Mixed reviews on that, too, from a lot of people. But it appears they're working on 2 new games. It doesn't say whether or not they're new IP. It just says that they're new, and people don't... Sources say that neither are. Alan Wake. Alan Wake's a good game.
Yeah, it was a good game. I enjoyed it. Ryan, why don't you cover these next 2, because this is kind of your thing.
So I'm going to get you rock hard with some VR talk.
Probably not.
So, Penny Black Studios, which is a good name, they showed off How We Soar, which is a weird, like, artsy
flight simulator.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not like a bird. It's not like Eagle's Flight. You're this...
It's like
mythical creature, thing with this weird...
It's like Never-Ending Story Falcor.
Yeah, it looks like... what was that? Entwined or whatever that thing was? It looked like that thing. I don't know. You're just like this eagle bird thing beast.
Flying around.
Yeah, you're just flying around it. And it looks really pretty, and really it's probably going to tell some story that you don't understand until you finish. And you're like, oh, man.
Yeah.
That's deep. Like the ocean.
Could be. What's next?
So the next one looks like a tech demo.
Yes.
It is Wayward Sky. So they showed off a PlayStation VR E3 trailer that they're gonna I guess probably have in the sizzle reel somewhere. It's like it's a knack filling VR game, like where you're kind of going through the level, but it's mixed reality. So I don't know.
Right.
You're kind of in it, but you're not in it. You're watching from afar. I don't know. It's a whole thing. If you watch the trailer, it looks kiddie and cute, and I like the art style, but I don't know. It really feels like a tech demo style game, like something to get out there so you can see how it works.
Right. I get that.
But Wayward Sky looks cool. I don't need that to be a $60 game. And Howie Soar looks cool, but also don't need it to be a $60 game. Like, I think VR can work, and these games that they're showing can work, but I don't think they can come out at full price.
I agree with that.
They've got to find a happy medium that people will spend that money on.
I agree with that. 100%. XCOM 2 is coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. 2K Games confirmed that their strategy sequel is expanding to consoles. People love some XCOM,
People
so
love
good news for
XCOM.
them. And they are a good strategy game, so... Persona 5 gets a release date. Publisher Atlus's Persona 5 is hitting PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3 on February 14th. This long-awaited sequel is also getting a special edition.
Excuse me. So this news is a little old when you're listening to this, because it was right after we recorded last week.
Right.
But Sony has officially delayed Horizon Zero Dawn for PlayStation 4 to February 28th. They also showed off a new fancy collector's edition.
It looks good.
Comes with a good-looking statue, art book, steel book.
129, is that right?
Yeah, like somewhere in there. 120, 129.
Okay.
It's a good-looking statue. I need it to be a finer quality than the Nate Drake statue that I got from my Libertalia.
Yeah.
Uncharted 4.
Yeah, you said it felt a little chintzy.
Yeah. I tell you what I would have liked. So if you pre-order through, I think, Best Buy, you get the coin. If you buy the collector's edition, you get the coin.
Mm-hmm.
What I would have rathered is them to scrap those and make really, really detailed, like, nice, high-quality replica of the coin.
Okay.
That came in like a badass, like, wooden box or something. I would have rather had that come with the Libertalia edition.
Okay. Makes sense.
I mean, Nate Drake is fine. But when you touch him, he's plasticky and kind of cheap feeling.
Gotcha.
He doesn't weigh very much. He's big, though.
Kind of like the Assassin's Creed ones?
Yeah, Yeah.
Actually, Assassin's Creed 2 is a pretty solid statue. It's a pretty good statue.
Yeah, I get it. You're making... if it's $120, you got $60 to do all the extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it can't be a $150 statue. I get it.
Right.
But it just feels cheap. Like, no one is ever going to walk in your house, pick that up, and go, oh, nice. Like, it doesn't give you that feel, like the weight is wrong.
Fucking sweet.
This thing is nice.
This is the bomb.
Yeah. No one's going to do that.
Days, right?
Also, no one says that anymore.
That's why I said it. I was waiting for your comment.
Okay.
Deep Silver and Volition announced Agents of Mayhem. Saints Row Studio Volition is going to expand their open world crime universe with something new that focuses on superheroes and class-based gameplay. It is due out in 2017 for PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
So it's set in the Saints universe, the Saints Row universe,
but
it's
all
not a Saints Row
superheroes.
game.
Right. It's called Agents of Mayhem.
And it's strange. I think there's like 12 characters, and you pick like 3 to go.
Yes.
But if you watch this, it's very Saints Row-y. So, I'm sure they wanted to do something different. I'm just not sure if this is different.
Right.
It felt like at any point they were going to call this like Saints Row Agents of Mayhem. Like, it just, at any point you feel like it was like a bait and switch type thing for, oh, we're just kidding, this is the new Saints Row.
Right.
So, I don't know. I hate the name. It sounds goofy.
Agents of Mayhem.
Agents of Mayhem.
Well, for one thing, it's not Mayhem.
I like it that way.
It's Mayhem.
I like Mayhem.
Mayhem is something different.
Mayhem.
Sounds like a type of sandwich.
A Mayhem sandwich?
Yes, a Mayhem sandwich. It's a ham sandwich with mayo on it. That's what it sounds like. Mayhem.
I don't like really either one of those things on my sandwich, to be honest.
You don't like ham on a sandwich?
I'm a turkey guy.
You don't like a ham sandwich?
Nope.
Oh my God, what's wrong with you?
I don't really like ham.
What?
Unless it's country.
What? You're a nutbag.
It's kind of like I see it. I like a turkey sandwich, my favorite.
Some ham, turkey, roast beef, provolone.
I mean, I like roast beef, okay. I'm just not a ham guy.
About some pastrami.
Yeah.
They put some pastrami on rye.
I don't like rye.
What you got against bread, man? Come on.
Final Fantasy 12 is getting remastered.
Okay. It's
Who
coming
cares?
in 2017.
I'm sure people are excited about this.
I'm sure they are. Ukulele is coming in early 2017.
Ukulele looks real good.
Platformer throwback to the Nintendo 64's Banjo-Kazooie is coming in the first quarter of next year.
So if you're one of these people you've got a whiteboard full of release dates, you might say, "Hey, I thought this was coming out 2016 according to the Kickstarter." Well, it was supposed to.
But
it got pushed. Sorry, they showed off an E3 trailer. It looks like it looks like Banjo-Kazooie.
That's right.
So if you were worried that they wouldn't deliver on their promise of the old school platformer, you're wrong.
No worries.
It's an old school 3D platformer.
That's right.
It looks cool. A lot of rings, a lot of flying, a lot of jumping. It looks like Skylanders if it controlled better.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's very artsy, kiddie, fun. I mean, it's what you expect for some guys who used to work at Rare.
That's right. Telltale's Batman and The Walking Dead Season 3 get release windows. Batman is coming this summer, according to studio spokesperson Job Stoffer, and Walking Dead Season 3 is going to hit in the fall. So, yeah. Okay, you know what to expect there.
Yep. God forbid they take any time off to build a new engine.
Yeah, I know. We talk about it all the time, every time. Every time a new game comes out, we talk about it.
Square Enix has also showed off a new trailer for Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8.
What? Stupid.
Yeah, won't you spend some time making Kingdom Hearts 3?
Right.
That's what people want. So, that's not all the announcements, but that's a good majority of the actual announcements. Yeah. The stuff that is confirmed out there, there's either a video or, there's a write-up. Those things are legit. What we don't know is what the hell Microsoft is doing.
Yeah, they haven't said.
They put out a teaser saying it's going to be a special E3.
But that's all we know.
What do you think that means? Special.
I don't know.
Don't you think they're all supposed to be special?
I have no clue.
Do you think they've ever done an E3 thinking, this isn't going to go well?
This is going to be boring? Yeah, probably
And
not.
even if they felt that way, they wouldn't say, get ready for a mediocre E3.
So, something come from Microsoft. We don't know what.
Maybe it's the Scorpio.
Maybe.
I hope they stick with that name.
Scorpio?
And it's got like a fucking scorpion on top of it.
Like a molded plastic one?
No, like etched into the top of the system.
Oh, no, I wanted like an actual...
Maybe he's holding two fucking machine guns.
I want an actual molded plastic scorpion on top of my system.
All right, but he's holding two machine guns and his fucking pinchers.
And he's got a fucking machete in his fucking tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or an American flag and is holding onto it with his...
No, because no.
Freedom,
I don't want a flag. No
and
flag.
an eye patch.
Hey, it's a scorpion or not, I don't know how it would stay on his head, but we'll let Microsoft worry about that.
Yeah, that's one line of dialogue will fix that.
True.
It attaches to his exoskeleton.
Okay, yeah. I still I need a weapon.
Maybe how many eyes does a scorpion have?
I have no idea.
Can we confirm that?
No.
Eye patch may not even work.
Well, as long as he's got at least one eye, an eye patch will work.
You don't want to patch it if you just have the one.
I'm sure they have more than one eye. I don't know anything that has only one eye. Except for Cyclops, and those aren't real last time I checked.
There's not a lot of those rocking eye patches. Defeats the whole purpose.
Right. At that point, you're just blind, so who cares?
What if the system itself is just a scorpion? There is no box.
Oh my god, mind fucking blown. I'm buying two.
It's just a giant
scorpion. You like put it in its mouth or flip up its back or some shit.
God damn, that would be good.
Holy shit.
Then people walk in, they're like, "Oh shit, is that a big scorpion?" You're like, "No, that's the Xbox Scorpio."
And it's just got to stay like a neo-white color with like some of the like maybe some green like shining up through the exoskeleton when you turn it on.
Oh, through all the cracks.
Yeah.
Like when you hit it up and it's like,
yeah,
and you just see the green just like pulse out.
Fuck yeah! Holy shit! What I just do.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, if you want to fix your sales problems, that's what you do, Microsoft. It looks like an art piece sitting there.
That's right. And I will buy the shit out of it.
I mean, that would move some units, if you know what I mean. Talking about dicks getting hard.
Few more news stories we got here. Let's see. Rocket League.
We did that one already. We don't have to do that one. No, we didn't do that one, did we?
We didn't do it.
Don't do the bottom part of this one. That's what we did already.
Right.
Okay.
But Rocket League, get this shit. It's been a year since it released, all right? 220,000 people on at the same time.
That happened Friday.
On Friday.
220,000 people all shot each other a text and jumped on Rocket League.
220,000 people.
Fucking bananas.
That's like the entire state of Rhode Island. I don't even know. I could be way off or not even close.
I like all those people more than everyone that lives on Rhode Island, I'll tell you that.
Well, let me check. Never been to Rhode Island, so I can't comment on their people.
Yeah,
I'm going to look up right now and see what is the population of Rhode Island.
I feel like it's more than that. So this is across all systems, but it was concurrent players. Oh, yeah,
it is.
You don't need me to tell you how good Rocket League is, but this shows you, like, I'm not the only guy that feels that way. I know I get on the Rocket League train a lot, and you guys get tired of hearing about it, but fuck.
Okay, you know what I just figured out? Apparently, it is really packed in Rhode Island.
I'm going to say 1.6 million people. That's way too many. No, I'm going to change that.
It is way too many. Not way too many, but it's too many.
I'm going to say 1.2.
1.055 million.
Oh, damn it, I was close.
But, get this shit. You know how small Rhode Island is?
Yeah.
Alaska has a population of 736,000. Wyoming has 584,000.
In fairness, I don't want to live in either one of those places, though.
Well, I don't want to live in Rhode Island either, though.
Yeah, but before I want to freeze my ball sack off or roam the open plains.
Who doesn't want to roam the open plains?
Me.
Red Dead, bitch. Red Dead.
Where's that at? Where's Red Dead 2 at? Red Dead 3, whatever you want to call it.
2. Oh, yeah. Red Dead, right.
So maybe it's just Red Dead whatever. Red Dead Revolution.
Dead Revenge. Red Dead Retribution.
Mm-hmm, that would work. You've got Revolver, you got Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's just Red Dead?
I feel like there's a movie that's called that already.
What if it's The Red Dead?
Not doing much for me, bro. Just Red Dead ain't doing much for me.
Red Dead-ish. No? Okay. All right, we tried.
No.
Next story. It looks like we're finally getting the Crash Bandicoot that we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true.
So there's a lot of chatter about the Crash coming back. A lot of people want Sony to, for some reason, get it back, make a new Crash game. Well, it appears that's not happening. But Activision is finally decided, hey, all these people are talking about it.
So, here's our master plan.
Here's how we'll release it back to the wild. Now, keep in mind, this is a rumor.
Yeah, it has.
It's the only rumor that's on here.
It's still a stupid rumor. I don't care.
Skylanders Imaginators.
Jesus Christ.
The new Skylanders game that's coming. So apparently there was a on the Skylanders International website, there was a tab for the Skylanders Imaginators game, And inside that page, there was a tab that said Crash.
So the assumption is that it's Crash Bandicoot.
So they have since taken it down, but apparently, when it first posted, you could click on the link, and it would actually take you to a page that showed Crash Bandicoot, but it did show that it was exclusive to the PS4. Yes. So the Crash Edition could only be had on the PlayStation 4. This is not what people wanted. If Sony and Activision think that they just answered all the fans,
they think they handled business here. Like, yeah, this is what they want. Yeah, look what we did for them. Hey, fuck you guys.
But here's what I'll say in Sony's defense: if Activision comes to you and say, "Hey guys, we're bringing the Bandicoot back in Skylanders. We just wanted to offer you the chance to lock up the exclusive on him," they have to pay.
Oh yeah,
because as much as everyone wants it, they can't just let him go to Xbox and Nintendo and all that stuff.
Right.
So I get it. They were kind of rocking a hard place, but this is a dumb way to bring Crash back.
No shit.
Crash doesn't need to be. Don't bring him back either. Just let him be.
Right. Leave him alone. He did his thing. He's retired. Let him just live it out in peace.
And if you've played the Uncharted 4, I think you know that you don't want a new Crash.
Right.
I think part of that was Naughty Dog just explaining to everyone that you don't want a new Crash game.
You don't want it. You think you want this. You don't.
I'm like, where the fuck am I going right now? I can't see anything.
Yeah, that running forward thing. Holy shit.
Yeah. You know why they don't do that anymore? Because it's fucking impossible.
They do it in Uncharted 4.
No one played that.
Uncharted 4?
Yeah.
Oh.
Never heard of it.
They did it in Uncharted 3, too.
Nope, not ringing any bells. Where you just shoot the truck. A lot of running and shooting trucks in Uncharted.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but it's always coming from behind you and you're running towards the screen and making a lect, making a right.
Spinning through crates, picking up papayas.
No, not in Uncharted, no.
What are those? Mangoes? What the fuck are those? Nectarines?
Kiwis?
No, they're not kiwis. I don't know. Maybe they are. Why does he wear blue jean shorts, too?
Well, shorts were the thing back then.
I know. I feel like they chafe, though, with all that running.
Well, yeah, probably. I guess not if he's got on a good set of boxer briefs.
I mean, you're going to want a good set for the amount of running he's doing.
You know, those good ones that come up right above your knees and stay tight?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I call those my walking underwear.
Those are my just regular living underwear is what they are.
I like to be free, and I go with a standard boxer on days when I won't be doing any activity at all.
I know you do. I can't do it because I don't like the bunching.
I mean, I'm not doing enough to bunch.
Well, for me, it's just moving.
I'm not stooping. I'm not bending. I'm not aggressively standing up.
You're just sitting at your desk talking on the phone to Matt because you're not doing work. Yep, got it.
I mean, I do work.
I know. You said you had a hell of a week. This past week, you really had to bust
Every
your
week's
ass.
a hell of a week anymore.
Oh, yeah? Now that
things have changed.
Right.
So this has been a leaky week.
Leaky week.
For news.
Did you coin that term, or did you see that somewhere?
No, I haven't seen that anywhere.
Oh, well, that's ours then.
What I will say, though, is that most things that we talked about, I think, are true. Because we try to pick stories where there's actually a video or it's been officially announced on an actual website, whether it be PlayStation Blog or Xbox Wire or whatever. So
exactly. I
do want to say before we close the show out, we said before Nintendo was only bringing The Legend of Zelda to the show, and that was all they were showing off. That was true at the time, but they have announced that they're going to do a Nintendo Treehouse stream, which will cover some Wii U releases that are coming. So I don't want you guys to think we're liars. Nintendo's a liar.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We're regurgitating what they tell people. It's not our fault.
It is our fault.
Is it?
But it's fine. No, it's not.
Exactly, it's not.
I'm just making that up.
It's time for my favorite segment, Gone But Not Forgotten. We reach back in our gaming past. We tell you about a game that you should have played, should watch videos on, or should remember fondly, and why. This week it's Dan's turn.
I am going for a game I've talked about on here before. Can you guess, Ryan?
Alpha Protocol.
That's the one.
Nailed it. I didn't know that either. I want everybody to know.
He didn't know that. Alpha Protocol. Sega, Obsidian. plays a new recruit into the CIA type thing. It's got choices you make. Everybody hated it but me. I fucking love that game.
That's true. Everyone did hate it.
I love that game. I liked it. And here's why it was. Okay, it kind of followed the Mass Effect formula, only in a modern day, political climate. By modern day, I'm talking 2010, 2009, whatever it was. But it gave you choices, and you can make choices. And here's where it did things a little different. In Mass Effect, you make choices, but the choices, they affect certain things that happen in the game. They don't actually affect the game. Depending on what choices you made in Alpha Protocol, there were entire missions you would miss, which to me was groundbreaking. And that was the aspect I love, and that's why it kept me going back. And I've talked about this game on here before, and I stand by that shit, that this is an enjoyable game if you put in the time to enjoy it and if you like that kind of thing. It had fantastic RPG elements. In order to truly embrace and understand what Alpha Protocol is, though, you have to play it. You can't watch the videos. The videos will let you down. You look at the videos, you go, no, I don't want to play this. Put your hands on the controller and play this game. It's amazing. It's amazing. Ryan, you should have played it. No, I didn't expect you to play. It's not your kind of game.
Yeah, I'm just going to let you do all of this one.
I just did all of it.
I mean, I have nothing to add.
Why not?
Well, I didn't play it.
No, but you remember me talking about how much I liked it.
I remember you being the only guy talking about how much you liked it. I remember working at GameStop and you telling everyone to buy it and then them bringing it right back for their 7-day exchange.
Fuck those people. They don't know what they're talking about. Idiots. Nobody appreciates good art anymore. That's a good game. It is available on PS Now.
And I would suggest playing it like that if you were going to play it.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. Now, I wouldn't go... Well, I mean, you could probably pick it up for $3 for your PS3. Or Xbox 360. It's a good game. I don't care what anybody says. I like that game.
You love that game. I'll give you credit for sticking with it.
And that's just an example of one of the... I mean, good and bad is very subjective.
Oh, yeah.
And I like Alpha Protocol. I like that game. It reviewed horribly. Like, there's only 4 people that actually bought the game and played it. And there's only one of those that actually loves it. And that's me.
So what you're saying is there's no Alpha Protocol 2 on its way.
I dream about it, but no. I see that shit in my sleep.
That's fucking sad.
I would love to have an Alpha Protocol 2.
I wouldn't play that either.
I feel like they may have... If they were to put out a second one, they may have learned from some of the mistake. Mayhem. They may have learned to make a sandwich. No. They may have learned maybe from some of the complaints from the first one, and really could have made a really good, stunning game. But they didn't get that chance because people suck. So
let me tell you what I want to play and that I keep thinking about. That has nothing to do with Alpha Protocol.
Fairy Tale Fights.
But when... Ooh. What a letdown that game was. That was almost Naughty Bear bad. I got fucking jazzed up for some Fairy Tale Fights.
So did I.
Jazzed the fuck up. I still have my Fairy Tale Fights.
That was supposed to be an amazing fucking game.
I want to play Mad Max.
You do?
Yeah, I'm trying to find that game for $20. If you see that game for $20,
there, huh?
Brand new. I don't want to use shit. I don't want someone's hands on my junk. Mm-hmm. But if you see a $20 copy, tweet me the link for that because I'm trying to buy that game.
Actually, you can tweet any of us if you really need to, and we'll get a hold of them.
Fucking tweet me.
Just real quick, let me just go over these. If you want to tweet Ryan about it, it's @PodcastRyan. If you want to tweet me so I can let Ryan know, I'm at Tolhurst2002. If you want to tweet Matt and let either me or Ryan know, it might work. You probably shouldn't do that because it's probably not going to go the way you plan. But if you need to, he's at Goddammit Matt. And then we've got our old friend Hoffen Show. He is at Hoffen Show. You can tweet him. He'll get a hold of us. He's pretty good about getting in touch with us with that kind of stuff. So, you can tweet any of us and let us know where to pick up Mad Max for $20 brand new.
Yeah, the easiest thing to do is hit us up at Gamestitch, our Twitter, so at @game_stitch. Hit us up there. And that goes to all of us. But yeah, you can reach out to any one of us. But I really need this game for $20 or less. $14.99, and you may get a shout out on this show.
For who?
I'm just saying, I'm trying to get this game on the cheap.
Look at that. We're bringing sexy back, bitches. Nobody said that in years, but I don't care.
I mean, JT said it.
JT said it. Yeah, years ago.
I mean, he still says it in shows now.
I'm bringing sexy back.
He's still bringing it back.
I'm bringing sexy back.
If you have a Gone But Not Forgotten you'd like to remind us of, maybe Alpha Protocol is the game you love, maybe it's a different one, be sure to hit us up on Twitter at @game_stitch using the hashtag GBNF, Gone But Not Forgotten. Let us know what game you love that we should love, and maybe we'll talk about it on this here podcast that we have.
This one.
Hashtag GBNF.
GBNF.
At @game_stitch.
Boom. That easy.
All you had to do. Let us know.
That's it. That's all there is to it.
That is all there is to it. So, last week we got a good question from the winner of our Doom 2 sweepstakes. From @Jake_Cost. Wanting to know what our favorite 3 games were.
Well, we told him.
We did tell him. But he actually answered his own question.
That's fine.
So I'm going to take some time to read his answer. Because I think he's got some good stuff on here. So it's his number 1, Skyrim. Skyrim. Just trying to say things weird this episode and stick with that.
I see that.
So Skyrim. He likes that's for his number 1.
Does he give a reason why?
No, there's no justification here. His number 2 is Pokemon Red.
Wow, those are 2 completely different games.
His number 3 is Super Smash Bros.
He's got some covers some different genres there, so that's good that he's like an all-around well-formed gamer. I like that.
And then he says, to quote me, hashtag it's good, real good.
It's good.
And I don't even know what I said that about. There's no telling.
It's probably fucking Farming Simulator.
That game is real good. You don't like vegetables?
What?
I'm just trying to stick with saying things weird. Go with it.
I do like vegetables. Real vegetables.
You don't like eating? You don't understand what this country's built on.
I do like eating. I don't like... there's no eating in Farming Simulator. I'm not having this. We've talked about this. I'm not having this conversation again. I'm done.
You can eat if you want.
I'm not done. I'm done.
You're not done.
I'm done. No, I'm done.
Okay. It's time for One Final Thing with Uncle Dan, the segment we close each and every show out with.
Have you ever noticed that whenever you're like wearing like all dark colors, people always ask you, "Oh, whose funeral is it?" Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
Is it annoying?
Yeah. I mean, I don't typically go out in all black or anything, but I hear
even
it all
if it's
the time.
like, no, it's happened to me in like a dark blue polo and black pants. Whose funeral is it? It's fucking blue, stupid, and it's a short sleeve shirt, you fucking moron. But I have the perfect answer. Next time someone says to you, when you're in your all dark clothes with short sleeves, idiots, says to you, whose funeral is it? You know what you do? You pause, you take a quick look around the room, you look that motherfucker straight in the eye, and you say, I haven't really decided yet. Done.
Just keep him, and then walk off?
And then just walk away.
What if, now hear me out on this, you have an Assassin's Creed blade on, a hidden blade?
Oh, one of the fake ones?
Yeah, a real one.
Well, I don't think it'd work if you're in a short sleeve polo like I am.
And you're in a hoodie. And you walk up and someone goes, "Whose funeral are you going to?" You aggressively slam him against the wall and you go, "Yours, motherfucker." And then you throw the blade up to his knife, but you don't cut him.
No,
you're just
you
making
can't.
shit
I
his
don't think you
pants.
can say motherfucker if you're trying to go for the Assassin's Creed theme.
No, you're just using the blade. You're not trying to go for an assassin. That's just your weapon of choice.
That's just your weapon of choice.
Is the hidden blade.
You said you had a hoodie on, though. To me, that screams...
Dude, I can't wear a hoodie and a hidden blade now without being in Assassin's Creed?
No.
What the fuck, stereotypes?
Fuck no. Yeah, I know, right? What's up with that?
You're pissed. Listen, you're pissed because people think you're a murderer or you're going to funerals because you're wearing dark, but I can't wear a hoodie and a hidden blade.
You can whatever you want to.
You have to just...
People are going to think
People assume
you're
you're going to a funeral and you just assume I'm a character from Assassin's Creed. I have to be Desmond now.
I'm thinking about going... This Halloween, I'm thinking about dressing as a modern day... My own take on a modern day assassin. With like a zip-up hooded Eddie Bauer jacket and cargo pants.
You just look like a regular dude.
I know. That's why assassins work. They blend in.
I don't think anyone's going to get that.
I will get it. When I go to the Halloween stuff, I dress for me, goddammit. I don't give a fuck if they know who I am.
She goes Freddy Krueger.
What?
Freddy Krueger.
I should go as Freddy Krueger? Why would I want to be Freddy? There's too much makeup involved in that.
I mean, because you like to go all out.
I do like to go all out, but I don't want to go that all out. I want it to be a little easier. Well, actually, that's a lie because I spent a month and a half making a fake fucking chainsaw.
You still got that, though?
Yeah, I still got it. Are you fucking
Not
kidding
time
me?
wasted, then. Toss it on a shelf somewhere. I love it.
That's exactly where it is. It's on the shelf. It's still bloodstained, too.
Has been episode 179. You can guarantee that next week's podcast will be full of E3 announcements and recap stuff.
Oh, yeah. We'll be covering all that stuff that happens this week.
We'll be covering it real hard. What is that? Is that techno music or are you banging?
That's my techno music. To go along with the real art.
I rip my shirt off, snap a glow stick.
That's right.
Yeah. Episode 179.
Techno in the house.
Make sure you tweet at goddammit Matt and tell him appreciate going to the wedding and missing this fucking episode.
Yeah. Tell him to get his fucking priorities straight.
Hashtag delay the wedding. Good night.
Hashtag runaway bride.
What if the episode is hashtag delay the wedding? Are you sure he's at a wedding? I don't even know that.
Yeah, he was at a wedding yesterday.
Okay.
That was like the big reason for the trip is they went to a wedding yesterday.
Okay. So he's on vacation with his lovely girlfriend. I'm going to change this episode name to... I don't know. I like Leaky Week a lot, too.
I like Leaky Week better. I think you need to keep it that way.
But I also want to put hashtag delay the wedding somewhere. I'll figure it out. We'll compromise.
Yeah.
Episode 179. Good night.
Hashtag delay the Leaky Week. There.
No, because then I don't want to delay the Leaky Week.
I know it doesn't make sense. I understand.
Postpone the wedding is what I'm saying. Bring the Leaky Week on.
Push it back a day.
Yeah, just a day or a week or whatever. A month. I mean, really think about whether or not you want to get married.
Right. Take a little bit of time. Make sure you...
Or rush into this because it's forever, except for it's not.
It's a big decision. It's life-changing.
Yeah. Although it's 3 forms and it's not a problem anymore. $750. How much does divorce cost? Can you get like a $750 package?
I'm sure you can, but I think you have to have no assets to split and like probably no kids.
I would qualify then no assets.
Right.
I fall right in that category. What if they did a package deal when you got married? You could buy the marriage and divorce package. If you ever needed it, you already paid for it.
Huh. I feel like if they're going to offer that, then you're going to need it, so you might as well pay for it.
It's like insurance. Divorce insurance.
Marriage insurance.
Yeah, just in case.
Marriage insurance.
Like maybe shit doesn't go right, but I dropped an extra $1,000 when we started.
Maybe half off. What? You can't just give away the divorce. It may be like half off the cost of your divorce.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying like you give it away, but like if, let's say the average cost of divorce is $5,000.
It should be insurance, so there should be a deductible. You're right.
Yeah. I'm going to look into this. I may shut this website down and podcast.
It might be a thing.
And open up.
That'll be our next business.
Yeah, we need a good name for it.
For all your podcasts and divorce insurance needs, come to Ryan and Dan.
And then in our sign it'll say, we seem legit underneath it.
Right.
No, we're cool. Come see us.
I promise. It's a thing.
I mean, so when you get married, you pay us $2,500.
Uh-huh.
And no matter what, when you're ready to get divorced, you pay us the deductible of $1,000 and you get divorced.
Mm-hmm.
If you never need it, congratulations. But if you do, we're here for you.
Yeah.
We supply a lawyer, everything, and it's all we do, so we're good at it.
We do all of it. Yeah, it's a good plan.
A new beginning is what it's called.
All right, I need to go.
A new beginning.
I need to go get this down into a spreadsheet and everything. So
Good night.
good night.
Business plan 30, 60, 90.
You're stupid.